Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
Hello,
Good evening.
everybody. Good evening.
Hello.
You are welcome, Yogesh. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello,
Good evening.
hello. You are welcome.
Hello.
You are welcome, Yogesh. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Lee. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Yes, thank you.
Hello. You are welcome. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Come
Dr. Tahir. You are welcome.
Yeah, I'm already here.
We are just waiting some other members to participate.
Yeah, of course. Time is just now, exactly 1 minute over, so we can wait for the other. Yes.
Just 2 minutes and we'll begin.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Mubarak. You are welcome.
Hello, Dr. Majdi. How are you doing?
Fine.
Oh, fine.
Hello, Mubarak. Good
Hello.
evening.
Hello, Yusuf.
Yogesh. Hello.
Nice meeting you. Nice seeing your
Nice to meet you
faces.
too. Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. I was afraid to miss the meeting, but I'm lucky.
Hello, Bob.
There is Dr. Mubarak. There is a noise around you. Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome again for the new session of the SDGs with Eco Training Center Sweden. We welcome you all for the fourth session of SDGs. As you remember, we began about 1 month ago, and we began with SDG number 4, then number 3, and number 1, and today is going to talk about number 2. As you know, all members, coordinators, and guests, you are all welcome for Eco Training Center. As you know, also, most of you know that Eco Training Center is NGO, non-profit organization registered in Sweden, and aims to do projects, programs for environment education, ecotourism, SDGs, and any other environmental issues can be tackled here. You are welcome again, and I'm just waiting a little to give an opportunity for more to be with us. Okay, I will share my screen to begin. Okay, is it okay? All can see me now?
Yes, we can see both you and your screen. This number 20
Okay,
hunger. Yes, we can see
Yes.
Yes,
clearly.
yes,
I
yes.
can.
We
that's
can.
great. That's great.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you very much. We begin, as I said, today we are going to talk about the SDG number 2. It's related about hunger, zero hunger, and other things we are going to also talk about in these sessions. As we used to be to say our objective of decisions, we are going to describe the rationale and why goal number 2 of SDGs is important for sustainability. And you know, all SDGs focus on sustainability, and we focus in all our sessions about how to sustain the activities, programs, or other issues to be sustainable for the next generation. The objective number 2, to map key national stakeholders and local resources, and very important to know what is going on in our countries, in our communities, and to enforce achieving this goal. This is as also the other objective for the other SDGs. The third one is to identify practical ways to engage ETC members, coordinators, guests, and volunteers to achieve this goal. This is in general, and we can find some other issues can be achieved by the end of these sessions. And by the way, it is not a lecture, it's not a workshop, it's not a training, it's a discussion, open discussion for all members to talk about these objectives and to give our opinions, our ideas, or to exchange our experiences for the benefit of all. Just to begin that, I say there is all the time, there is a shocking facts and figures related to the hunger, related to the other issues, nutrition and malnutrition and something like this. And we notice that more 95 in all over the world, 25.9 all over the world, there is a severe food insecurity. Severe food insecurity. We'll talk about this. It means we are in the big problem. When we say about 25.9% of the people living in the world, either in the severe or sometime in moderate and severe food insecurity. And this is also related to the probation of children under 5 years who are affected by stunning and wasting. This is the statistic from 2019. Look at these numbers. About 95% confident interval. We have here in all continents stunning and wasting. Imagine this when we talk about Oceania or Sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, and so on. We are not talking about North America or Europe, but we are also talking about the other parts of the world, other continents of the world. Okay, here this is the goal. I want you all to look at this goal because we are going to discuss in detail. End hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. As you notice, even it is just one goal, but it includes many important issues and very risky issues can face the humanity. It's not a matter of hunger. It's not just of food security or insecurity, about nutrition and malnutrition, and about the agriculture to be sustainable. I mean, if you look at this goal and try to think comprehensively, what is the importance of this goal? What are the linked and interlinked parts of this goal? Is hunger related to food security or nutrition and sustainable agriculture, and vice versa? I think this is a good beginning to discuss this matter, to analyze this goal. I will give you, let's say, 5 minutes to write your impressions, opinions on the chat box, and after that, we can discuss together. Yes, please.
Just to break the ice, I would say good afternoon, good morning, everyone who is here.
Yes, you are welcome.
Yeah, just would like to say that hunger is almost a political problem rather than related an economical one, because the decision to make some countries suffer from hunger comes from, let's say, some countries who dominate the region. So they deprive these countries from having a policy that leads them to satisfaction. Of course, there are other natural factors like drought, like floods, like climate change, like these are existent. But the choices of politicians on some of some countries, especially the dominant countries and the developed countries, okay, try to all the time to hold control on these people, because they have to submit some aids, some food, and in order to get this food, these countries, the hungry countries, don't have to decide. They are only dictated what to do. So it is rather a political tool rather than anything else. This is
Yes.
my point of view.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Mubarak. I agree partially with you. This is very revolutionary opinion, I think. This is, let's say, your opinion, and I think there is many other things can affect the hunger. The politics, yes, I agree, but we have also other things related to the education, related to the awareness the people, and maybe some economical issue. We can all of them link with the let's say the political issues, but I think we have many issues linking to the hunger. Would you please mute your mic, please? Mute your mics all, please. Okay. Nokia, please. Nokia, mute your. Okay. Any other opinion, please? Any other opinion, please? Hello? Are you here?
Yes, I have one point. As
Yes.
you know, WFP, World
Yes.
Food Program,
Yes.
get the Nobel Prize.
In
In a way, they try to solve the problem, distribution of the food, especially in some African countries and in Asia. But of course, there is some problem, because when the war is going on or disaster, then of course there is a hunger. For example, in the case of, as you see, or shortage of food in Syria, while the civil war is going on. So there is problem. Some people could not get food.
Yes.
The other example is, of course, Afghanistan, where the war going on, and of course, Afghanistan is a very agricultural country, and they have it, but they try to solve with the agriculture, but still where they have more conflicts than the people did not get the delivery for the food. So war, civil war, conflicts, natural disaster are the cause of hunger and the food production.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Jan Babbar. I agree completely with you, because of the emergency and the war and the conflicts affect negatively on the hunger and the food security. More needs can be happened in case of war, in case of conflicts, and so on. Yes, we talk here about the hunger. We want also to talk about the food security. What does it mean by when we say food security or food insecurity?
Yes, food security is, of course, even in the developing country or poor country, there are some problem in the agriculture. But I think if traditionally people are using this agriculture, so produce the food, they have the security. But in some time, they could not manage to produce or process their food, then there is a shortage, and this means they don't have a food security.
Yes, agree. Here, there is a public definitions for security existed when all people at all times have physical and economical access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets her dietary needs, at least for eating, and food preferences for and achieve an healthy life. We are not talking about overweight or not talking about lack of more food, more products. No, we are talking about the sufficient amount for food to be in health condition. That's good. And look, we can connect between hunger and food security. There is a relation between hunger and food security. If any country have food security, it means the hunger will be decreased in percentage, and the opposite is right also. When we talk about nutrition, anybody specialized in science or health to talk about nutrition? Anybody can talk about this? Yes, please.
I'm not specialized, but I just can say that healthy food is a good nutrition. Nutrition is when you have the enough calories that your body needs. And of course, it is related to also to healthy food, because there are a lot of people who eat, but the quality of food they eat is not really very high. It is not very good. They eat very low quality of food. So I think that nutrition or good nutrition is related to the necessary let's say calories that anybody or the physical body of any person on the planet needs. However, we can also go deeper to say that there is healthy food which is good for our health, and there is unhealthy food which may contain a lot of calories, but it may cause some issues, so some health issues like obesity. This is my point.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Mubarak.
Sir, I will just add one point to it that
yes,
sir has rightly said, but then I would add one point to it that we should have a balanced diet. Improve this nutrition means proper balanced diet. So that is what I'll add. Otherwise, sir has said whatever was required.
Okay, there is a scientific definition. Thank you, Taruna. There is a scientific definition. Nutrition is the process of taking in food and using it for growth, metabolism, and repair. And there is many natural nutritional stages related to the eating and digesting and absorbing and so on. But in general, yes, we need to understand this concept to know exactly what are we going to talk when we reach to the targets. Now we're talking about the sustainable agriculture. What are the sustainable agriculture?
So organic agriculture without pesticides, that is what I feel is sustainable agriculture, because nowadays there are so many chemicals and pesticides used in the crop that they have a lot of side effects when the people eat that.
Yes, agree. It's ecological one, yes, but we also preserve the resources of the nature and the resources, the natural resources. I mean, either we want to reserve food, clean air, or other resources in the nature. A sustainable agriculture is farming, and it's not just in general, but it's a sustainable way, which means meets the sociality presented fruit to society need without compromising the ability for current or future operation to meet their needs. We need to reserve the resources of the nature for us or for us and for the future generations. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Here, when I want to remind you again and again, we need to talk about any target. Let's think with the three main dimensions of the sustainable development, about the social solidarity and environmental responsibility and the economical efficiency. We can't look to any target, any objective, and then any target. In these objectives, we have to look from three angles, from three dimensions. For the social solidarity, it means how this goal and how this target can affect the social solidarity positively or negatively, and to what percentage. Second, the environmental responsibility. Each one of them should consider this matter very important, to say that the environment is the base in our thinking. Everyone have responsibility to serve the environment and preserve the environment. And we need to be stable economically and to be efficient economically. This is very important. We want to talk about this. We talked about this, and I will go directly to the goals and the targets and the indicators. As you know, here we have 8 targets and 12 indicators. If you remember, what does it mean by targets? What does it mean indicator? Targets, talking about elements of the goal. Objectives can be targeted here. Target is a direct and specific objective, a specific objective to know exactly what are the components of the goal. Where indicators is tools or equations to measure the progress of the goal. Okay, somebody waiting us? Yes. Okay. As we used to do in all our sessions, this is our the goal we are talking about today: hunger, food security, nutrition, and sustainable culture. There are many targets. Target number 1, by 2030, end hunger. This is related to the hunger now. End hunger and ensure access by all people, in particular the poor and poor people in vulnerable situation, including infant, to save nutritious and sufficient food all year round. It is not a matter of limited time. It's not a matter of limited for the rich people. It's not for or able people. No, all people should be included in this target. I mean, all should have the ability, the access to get a nutritious food to stop the hunger, and to end the hunger. Of course, this is, we know, is a goal, and all the world working to achieve this. So we have to consider this, to understand this target and other targets from comprehensive point of view. I mean, we have to consider all dimensions we talked about. Nowadays, because of COVID, the equation of the indicators will change, because you know the epidemic causes other additional problems, and achieving the goals is not easy now, as they planned for, because these accidents, these events can affect negatively on the process and achieving these goals. Okay, this target, as you know, all the time we have indicators to measure the process and the progress of this goal and the target. Now the target number 2 related to nutrition. As you remember, we talked about not the hunger, also the nutrition. Here talking about ending all forms of malnutrition, all forms of malnutrition. And all forms of malnutrition, including achieved by 2025, the internationally agreed targets on sustaining sorry, excuse me, somebody, I have to. Sorry. Nokia, I have to stop you because
Please make sure this is a member of the group.
yes, I am.
If not, you can just delete or omit it.
I'm trying to delete her. I delete her now, but I'm sorry for doing this but I alarm her many times. It's okay now. I hope so. Okay. Then we are talking now about the target number 2 related to the malnutrition, including, of course, all forms of nutrition, including achieving by 2025 the internationally agreed targets on stunning and wasting in children under 5 years old. What do we mean by stunning and wasting? This is also kind of malnutrition, because you know the world agreed that this type of all these forms of malnutrition also affect not the psychological issues in the human being or physical, it's even the social one, because it affects their to get a job or to get work or to get education and to be involved and to be included in the society. This is very important to link with other their targets and goals. They are working now to end this matter and to provide services for sunning and wasting in children under 5 years by 2025. Here and address nutritional needs of adolescent girls, pregnant and lactating women, and older persons. They didn't forget also other needy people like girls. It's a matter of gender, of course, gender balance and gender services, pregnant and lactating women, or other persons. Here we have 2 indicators. Of course, maybe it's not easy to talk about them because there are many equations to measure the progress of this target. Of course, there is specialized courses to know exactly what are they doing by these equations. Here, when to go to other discussion, let's now discuss this target. What are forms of malnutrition, and how can you contribute in reducing the malnutrition in your country? Here we want you all to give at least one idea. How can we reduce malnutrition in your country? Everyone know her or his circumstances, setting, context, and know exactly what are the resources available in her or his country, and give idea how to reduce the malnutrition in the country. First, I'm asking, what are the forms of malnutrition? Would you please, I'll give you 2 minutes to write in the chat box and give your opinion, please. Yes. Yes, I'm waiting your answers.
I can say something about this.
Yes, please go ahead.
As I'm a teacher, I can contribute in reducing malnutrition in my country by sustainable education, which is I can educate young children at school about food pyramid, about nutrition, the nutrients that are good for our mental, physical health, the amount and the quantity of food they take every day in different vitamins, nutrients, and fats. So they can be easily visually taught by this food pyramid by entering all these visuals and food drawn in the pyramid. That's what I do, and that's what I did for the food project. It is as far as I can do with kids. There are a lot of forms of malnutrition which can begin from the pregnancy until the death, so people can be taught from the young age till their elderly age, or what is the good food that they can take, and they can take care about their health, not only physical but mental as well. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Very important answer. She considered, and she did also, she considered the education as a tool for changing this matter and to reduce the malnutrition among all people or students like this in her country. By the way, is there any forms for the malnutrition? I mean, sometimes we say wasting is a kind of or form of malnutrition, underweight or stunning or deficiency in vitamins and minerals. There are 4 forms of malnutrition: wasting, stunning, underweight, and deficiency in vitamin and mineral. Okay, I want to hear more from other countries, please.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I want just to add that me as a biologist, malnutrition is a group of conditions in adults and children, generally related to poor quality and insufficient quantity of nutrients, absorption and utilization. There are two major types of malnutrition: protein energy malnutrition and micronutrient deficiency disease. The first resulting from deficiency in any or all nutrients, but the second resulting from a deficiency of a specific micronutrient. So it's related to our lifestyle in nutrition, what we eat, so it depends about what we eat every day. And I think that as a teacher, we have to educate children about a good diet for a day, what they have to eat every day, the quantity of protein, of all the nutrients. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mina. I think in your country, there is many things can be done, I think, and you work a lot about this in education, or as a specialist, you are a specialist. You talked in detail and in deep about the malnutrition. Thank you. There is another answer from Sana. Would you like? I tried to translate what she said in the chatting. She advised, or she did awareness sessions in her field of work about the importance of how to organize the birth, because she is trying to decrease number of inhabitants, as she considered the poverty is one of the problem, and she suggests that the textbooks and the curriculum should do many things to reduce and to achieve this goal, to reduce the poverty and to reduce the hunger and the malnutrition. And she suggests many techniques can be done to achieve this goal. Thank you. She also said, Sana, about when we have a lot of people, a huge number of people, it means the education will be insufficient, will be bad and poor. So more people mean less services and less access to education and knowledge. Thank you. If anybody want to add anything, okay. Okay, now we can go to the third target. It's related to the agriculture productivity and incomes. It says by 2030, double the agriculture productivity and incomes with small-scale food procedures, in particular for women, indigenous people, family farmers, pastoralists, and fisher, including through secure and equal access to the land and productive resources and inputs, knowledge, financial services, markets, and opportunities for value additions and non-farm employment. This is also from other perspective for related to the hunger and agriculture, sustainable agriculture. Here they are focusing about the productivity of the agriculture and the incomes. This is very important. Why? Because when we invest our tools to invest in agriculture in good way, in a proper way, and in sufficient way, and in scientific way, we have to increase the products, to increase the quality of our products. Here I'm talking about the food, about the any kind of vegetables, fruits, any kind of food can be produced. Not only for people, here we are focusing on about women, about indigenous family farmers, and fishers and other, let's say, vulnerable or less chances for them to get this resources. Here we have two indicators related to the volume of production, their labor unit to buy glass, and average income, production and income. It's related to the, of course, the target number 3. For the target number 4, here, very important, they are talking about something maybe new, not available in the previous Millennium Goals. It's for food production systems, ensure sustainable food production system, and implement resilience agriculture practices that increase productivity and reproductions, that help maintain ecosystem, that strengthen capacity for adaptation to climate change, extreme weather, drought, floods, and other disasters that can progressively improve land and soil quality. Here, look at this. What do we mean by food productive system? Anybody can say what do we mean by system, food productive system? Just give me an example. Okay, I will give you an example. When we talk about farming machines, farming technology, harvesting technology, when we're talking about the sorting the products, we are talking about the water technology. This is kind of systems. Is it right? How to deal with the diseases that maybe face the planets, face the plants and other soils. This is kind of systems. Food productive system includes all processes that infrastructure involved in feeding a popular, from growing, harvesting, processing, packaging, transporting, marketing, consuming, and disposal. Everything related to the food from A to Z, it's related this kind of productive systems. We have to think about this, to consider this, especially we are now in technological era, and we have to invest technology and the other issues of this era for the benefit of food and finally for the benefit of people. I mean, when we talk about now about the artificial intelligence in technology and how to collect data and how to collect products, innovations for the benefit of this system, to develop this system for the benefit of people. We are talking about using, for example, new systems like geographical information system to know exactly where I can plant and where is the good soils can be suitable for these groups and so on. Yes, here we have one indicator related to this proportion agriculture area under productive and sustainable agriculture. Yes, please.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that the climate issues, problems are so big and spread all over the world that citizens themselves are included as researchers via different digital applications to note on or to verify these production systems as ecological. Starting with products of the food, the packets there, packed into, whether they are recyclable or not, they can be recycled or not. Then about the liquid that goes after that or is deleted after the use, etc., etc. So people can use these applications. There were a lot of also tutorials on Talking TED where they can notify via internet about the litter, about the production at the quality packaging of the production systems. Do you get what I?
Yes, yes, agree completely, completely. Thank you. Today, for instance, I was hearing for the lecture about using artificial intelligence in agriculture. How very important to use this and to collect data and to know exactly what's going on in the land, on the soil, in the weather, in the climate, in the forests, and to know exactly how to invest and how to neglect or avoid any problems. When she talked about this and how to use this technology is very important. Now there is, for example, alarming stations if there is a flood or changing the climate, the weather in general, and what is the best ways to deal with this situation for the benefit of good foods, good products, and so on. There is also stations and there is many sensors in the world to notice and to know everything, anything about the plants and about the soil, dissertations, the growth of trees, how they grow, and what is the good for the people or what not good for the people. This
okay, you're talking about standards, yes.
Yes, there is many things related. Standards, yes, to be measured later. But I want to say that there are many important tools can be used nowadays to assure this target achieved. Okay, when we talk about this in general, we talked here about the food production systems. If anybody have any other trial or experience about this, yes, please. I'm trying now to catch another. Okay. From India, Suman, do you want to say anything, Suman? Suman said that we have taken up initiative as food for thought. In my school, students are taught not to leave food in plates during meals time. Students' council is giving an extra responsibility to look into it. The wasting for food, yes, Jim said that, is calculated to the end of every month, and information on poster is being shared in the dining hall. It helps in reducing wastage, as well as children are made aware that there are people who are not getting food to eat for days. Thank you. Many experiences. Activities in school should contain some things about healthy, increasing population, and so. Thank you. Okay. I will go to next target related to the genetic diversity of seeds. Here they are talking about the seeds and cultivated plants and farmed and domesticated animals. We look at this ecosystem: plants, seeds, maybe trees, other spices, animals. We have to accept this diversity and to utilize this diversity for the benefit of people, for today's and for next generations. As I said, they are talking about including through soundly management and diversified seed and plant bank at the national, regional, and international level. What is the plants bank? What are the seeds bank? Have you heard about this? Anybody heard about this? To give me more information about this. As you know, nobody is specialized. Even me, I am not specialized in agriculture, but I read about this. I mean, when we talk about the seeds bank or plants bank, yes, they are bank. We reserve them from any disaster can be happen. Today's from war, from drought, from flood, from any disaster, either homemade disaster or natural disaster, for not only for our lives, also for the others' life, for the next generation lives. We have to keep them and to enhance them, not just keep them away to save them from the disasters or from other natural or not natural causes. No, we want them to be in good case, and we try to let's say to produce more and high and less affected for diseases seeds and plants. This is the plants banks and the seeds bank. It's not related to every country. It's also related to the regional countries and for the international efforts for this. Yes. Any additions?
Yes, I can add that seed banking is a way to conserve plants because their small size provides a very convenient and cheap way to store plant genetic material. They take up little space and they also can remain viable as long as their surroundings are kept at a low temperature. Many botanic garden contain seeds bank to help preserve endangered species. So that's the importance about this banking.
Yes, thank you for this addition related to the reserve them from any problems for now or for the future. And you mentioned that the genetic resources and associated national knowledge, and we need to advance the knowledge of people how to deal with these seeds for the next generation. Thank you very much. Here, we have another target related to investment, including through enhancing international cooperation. If you notice that if in each goal we have a target related to the international cooperation, because SDG is not for one country, not for many countries. It is for all over the world, for all countries and for all people. And this cooperation, these relations should be in a place for the benefit of all. Of course, enhanced international cooperation in rural infrastructure, agriculture, research, extensions, resurfaces, technology development, and plant and livestock, gene banks, in order to enhance agriculture productive capacity in developing countries, in particular, least developed countries. This cooperation not just in one merit, in just one field, in all fields of sustainability. And here we are talking about the technology related to agricultural technology. We are talking about doing joint research and do many things. For example, maybe combine them, joint banks, and so on. Of course, we have two indicators for this target. Also, we have another target related to something to correct and prevent trade restrictions and distortion in world agriculture markets. This is related also to keep and to reserve the trade of the products agriculture and to do the best for the people. Of course, I will not talk about everything in detail, but when I reach to anyone, we need to talk from environmental or SDG perspective. From our perspective, we can talk more about this. The last target related to adapt measures to ensure the proper functioning of food commodity markets in their derived state and facilities timely access to markets information, including the food services, in order to help limit extreme food price volatility. This is very important because this a kind of preventing monopolization and to ensure that each one can get the food, the healthy food, the nutritious food in good price and a suitable price for all people. And if you look at the indicator, you can see the indicator of food price anomalies. This is very important. This is in general. This is in very fast way that targets related to goal number 2. Here, this is also open discussion. What are your suggestions to achieve the goal number 2 in many levels, national, regional, and international? And as we Eco Training Center members, volunteer, and so on, how can we enforce the support initiative? Can you give me any examples? Can you give me ideas? Because the other one is related, the other task is relating to know exactly the general understanding of the goals. But here now, can you suggest, can you give me example, initiative can be done to achieve this goal? Yes, please. Anybody wants to say anything? Your participation and contribution is very important because nobody knows the other's circumstances, the other's settings. Each one have his own settings in his country or her country. We have to consider this while are proposing these suggestions. Yes, please.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
Myself, Dr. Sangeeta Mahajan from India.
You are welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We can make awareness among the people about it by announcing, by publishing, or giving advertise in the newspaper or TV, and we can make awareness about it in the people. So thank you.
Thank you. She suggested that we can do announcement, commercials, and use. Can you use television, internet, and other to make these campaigns for awareness, how to deal with this goal and how to achieve the targets and to enhance and to contribute positively in achieving this goal. Thank you. More, please.
Yes, Dr. Kamal, actually, yesterday we had a very good discussion.
Yes, thank you.
And how to promote, I mean, these goals, how people become more conscious, because United Nations have suggested that we have to fulfill these 17 goals before 2030. But United Nations is guide us how to do it. So we have to do on the local level. And as we discussed yesterday, that we make some campaign in Sweden, for example, to go to schools and talk about this Agenda 2030 and all the 17 goals, that how the local people or students donate or promote something to achieve this goal. So we can use different method. Of course, there is a suggestion that we make advertisement on the radio, mass media, but I think how we can direct the different groups,
Yes.
visiting schools, and if you are working as a teacher, just talk about the Millennium Goal, that how is our duty and responsibility to follow up with these things, that in 30 all the goals have been achieved.
Yes, Dr. Jean-Babar, I agree completely with you. Schools and education is very important place to begin. And we have to invest all the abilities and capabilities can be provided from the government or from the local communities or even from the economical sector to work hand in hand together to achieve this goal. Education is very important, and all the time we say in education schools and is very important to achieve these goals, and students will go after graduation, will go to the society and will use this mentality in building their countries. Thank you, Dr. Jan. More answers, please.
I think that
Yes.
industries had to invest in sustainable agriculture, technology, and intensifying collaboration with academic as well as scientific institutions, fostering knowledge, experience, and data sharing among businesses and other actors, contributing to global data platforms, collecting and sharing agricultural information and statistics with all actors. It's very important to improve agriculture because it's a way to have some solution to this problem.
Yes, agree, Dr. Amina. You want to mobilize all the resources and all the capabilities in the society, in the
Yeah.
economy, for the benefit for to achieve this goal. I agree completely
Yeah.
with you. We need the contribution of everybody in all levels to achieve the goals. Thank you.
Yeah.
We now we can reach to the last. We now reach to the last task, and I want you to say what you have about this. This is just to know if we understand well how can deal with these goals or not. This is not just the goal number 2. We are talking now. We have talked about this 4 goals till now. Do you think need to have interventions in all goals and all targets? If yes, why? If not, why? This is a first question. The second question, can we suggest criteria? Look at this criteria, or we can say standards to select the goal and the target. I want to give you an example. When we talk about sustainable agriculture, for example, do we need to link it with education, with SDG number 1 related to the poverty or gender or the cleanness of water or the international contribution? And anybody in any organization, I'm not talking about the government should tackle and address all these in its companies, organizations, other divisions, and so on. But we, for example, as NGO or any company or any organization, does it need to have interventions in all goals and all targets? Yes, please.
Yes, Dr. Kamal, I think all the goals are connected with each other.
Yes.
For example, the main thing, if we say, okay, good health. So how to achieve the good health? Of course,
Yes.
with good food, good education, because education gives you how you can protect from the diseases and how you make your health better. So, as you see, EGC example, Eco Training Center, what we are doing, we are talking about better environment, good education for everybody. So in a way, our organization is helping to promote, to reach the goals in the concept of sustainability. Yeah. So here we see how a organization play a role, how the individual play a role. For example, in Sweden, every municipality, like municipality of Sala, Motala, they have a kind of organ for a organ or department who are achieving the goal at the local level. So Sweden is a very good example that
Yes.
how different communes or municipalities are encouraging people to contribute to achieve this goal. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Jan Babar. In fact, I agree with you. For example, I will give you an example. When I receive a booklet of the building company, there is many objectives they are using to achieve in their daily work, in their annual plan. They have to achieve so and so related to the SDG. Any company, any organization, any school, they have now and their own objective to achieve. I noticed even the NGOs, not environment one, no, it's social or sport, also have something related to the SDG. For the sport club, they have a goal related to the healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle means good body, good physical body, good health, good psycho-social issue. It means they use SDGs and they link these activities with SDGs. Even they are working in the regional or local level, but one by one and in coordination with others, we can achieve the biggest goal. Any other example or answer or opinion, please? Okay. I'm trying to many suggestion on the chat. For example, there is a suggestion from Sana that everyone can have many birds, many ducks, for example, in his home, and try to rear them up and use the products from them for making growth and some like this. Of course, can we reduce the poverty? We can reduce poverty and we can end the hunger. Yes, thank you. We have to improve the adaptability and try to reduce poverty. Yes, it's related also to the hunger when we link between the hunger and the poverty. My opinion in general, when we achieve one goal, also we can achieve many goals by achieving one. step by step and day by day, we can reach to the whole objective, not only the 1 or 2 or 3. Even I am not specialized, for example, in gender, but when I reduce the poverty and reduce the hunger, it means I can achieve the gender balance. For example, when I talk about the water, when I use a proper technology to reduce consuming the water, I can achieve not just only one goal, but many goals. This matters, very important to link between the goal and to choose what is the best and to choose what is the best targets can be working on. Here I finish these sessions today. If you have any other opinions, yes, please give your opinion.
Yes, Dr. Kamal, it was a very interesting discussion today. And shall we see that what we do next session? I suggest the last goal is number 17 is a partnership. So if next time we take partnership, it's covered a lot of things. Partnership, we can achieve the goal of the partnership by cooperation. And here the discussion starts that how we join together to achieve all the goals. So I suggest this goal number 17, partnership. Or what is you thinking about next time?
Okay, doesn't matter for me. We can prepare for this, but I want to ask all the participants. Yes, please. We need all to participate and to contribute positively in this, and to give you your opinions, your experiences, because you know nobody can specialize in everything. I specialize now in SDG, yes, but I can go deeply in water consuming or in the oceans and seas or related to the industry and everything. I mean, we want you all, please, to participate and to prepare yourself for the next sessions. Dr. Jean Babar now suggested the SDG number 17 related to the partnership. It's good, but we need all to prepare some ideas, something to share with. This is very important for all, please.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please.
May I speak something?
Yes.
Yeah, I am Suman Purohit Das from India. And thank you so much, sir, first of all, conducting such wonderful session. And I feel like there are 17 goals, but if we take all those goals where we can discuss, and the activities which we discussed during this session, we can implement in school. So if like the hunger you have taken a topic today, this goal, and whatever we have come to know that these all initiatives, these all things we can do with our school children, so that being the educators, we can create awareness in our students, because that's the generation who is going to take over, and then they should be made aware so that they can help us when they grow, and we can achieve this target by 2030, sorry. And like the goal number 6, clean water, if we can take that goal and we can discuss on that particular goal, we can come to know many activities what the other educators are doing in their school for water conservation and water related activities. So I feel we can take up such goals which we can discuss the activities, and we can incorporate in our schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Somna. In fact, we are thinking about this matter, and we need to scheduleize these sessions and to know, not just to give a general idea and general discussion. No, we give practical examples, practical implication for the students, for the practitioners, for everybody who wants to adapt and to use the SDGs. agree completely, Suman, and we are thinking now. Yesterday, I and Dr. Jean Babar met and discussed this matter to do this as a workshops and a training program for schools and the education institutions. Thank you very much, Suman. I want you all. Yes.
I would like to share my experiences as a teacher. So we
I
have
will.
a difficult time.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I want you please. Excuse me. I want you please all to open your cameras to take the usual picture.
I'm sorry for this moment. I cannot because it's already midnight in my country. Maybe next time, sir. Can I?
Okay, it's up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You are welcome.
As I said in the beginning, I had a project with my students where we served some people who did not have food or a house. What we have done, we collaborated, not only students, but also parents. We invited parents also to donate something. And the next project, we also invited other communities. I think it's not only the students. We need to involve every people or every companies or communities that are able to collaborate with our students, because we need, like one of the gentlemen said before, the number 17. I think I agree with that partnership, because we cannot do it alone. Even with our students, we cannot do it alone. It's better if we do it together and with other local communities, other factories that will contribute or donate something to those people who do not have opportunity to eat properly.
Yes, I agree completely with you. And we talked about this. This is the responsibility of everybody, and your contribution and your initiative related to the including parents and the community in achieving these goals. Thank you. Good idea and good done. Thank you. Okay, dears. I have finished. We can say goodbye for everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you very much for this very interesting presentation, and see you later, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you all.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Greetings from Morocco.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kamal.
Thank you. You are welcome.